Okay, today I'm going to basically show where revelation lightning will appear. People seem to be telling me that no, there's no lightning coming. Really? Well, here's how it's going to happen. Now I'm going to start off by quoting Jeremiah and Micah, which will basically prove the science is in the Bible. This being said, to understand the Bible you have to use electricity and electromagnetism, because if you don't, then all you have is a jumble of words that don't mean anything. So what does Jeremiah say about the rain and convergence lines? So Jeremiah 10:12, he is the maker of the earth by his power, the one firmly establishing the productive land by his wisdom, and the one who by his understanding stretched out the heavens. 13, at his voice there is a giving by him of a turmoil of waters in the heavens, and he causes vapours to ascend from the extremity of the earth. He has made even sluices for the rain, to bring forth the wind from his storehouses. So as you can see on the screen, where the convergence lines are, these are the sluices for the rain, because as on screen you can see the cloud band along the convergence line. This is from Suspicious Observers, December 24th, talking about convergence lines. That is the convergence line. That is where the clouds are, which means that's where the electricity is. Okay, that being said, why would I show these trees? Okay, well, these trees are examples of electromagnetic behavior. Because I've said in the past, and it's true, that every time a plant growing tip grows, you get a clockwise rotation for one limb, the next one is anti-clockwise, then clockwise, then anti-clockwise. And as you can see on the screen, where these electromagnetic bubbles push together, they form a crust, or a convergence line. And as you can see, it's a lot thicker, there's a lot more energy built up there, and it's literally cutting itself in half on the tree, because energy attracts matter, matter covers energy, and energy moves matter. So these trees are pushing their matter into the convergence line and basically forming what you can see that look like clouds, because that's where the energy is. So that's basically showing how electromagnetic bubbles work when they push against each other. Now, I mentioned Micah at the beginning. The only reason I mentioned Micah is because in Micah is this exact same revelation about lightning coming as in Jeremiah. And one thing I've noticed about the Bible, which strikes me as extremely odd, is why is Micah after Jeremiah when in fact historically it's before Jeremiah? Because they mention in Jeremiah the fact that Micah mentions this too. So it says here in Jeremiah 17, furthermore, certain ones of the older men at the land rose up and began saying to all the congregation of the people, Micah of Moresheth himself appeared to be prophesying in the days of Hezekiah the king of Judah, and went on to say to all the people of Judah, this is what the God of armies has said, and Zion herself will be ploughed up like a mere field. Jerusalem will become a mere heap of stones. So that's talking of Micah, who's after Jeremiah. So I just thought I'd point that out, because I've noticed a lot of things in the Bible which are out of order. So I don't know if that's well known, but Micah should be before Jeremiah, because Micah's before Jeremiah. Anyway, back to what I'm doing here. Okay, so I see the world as made out of tornadoes. Basically, our electromagnetic fields go out and back in, but if, let's just say for argument's sake, if we cut them off of the atmosphere, you get vortexes everywhere. Now on the screen we have a reticulated ball from China. They don't really know what these are all about. I say it's because of these are the electromagnetic field bands of the earth, the vortexes of the earth that spin in and out of each other and pass energy, because basically the Bible said don't go and see the people in the east. Why would they say that? Well, I don't know, but they seem to know a lot about Earth and its magnetic fields, which seems to have been lost in the past, but I'm resurrecting it with things like this. This reticulated ball is just one example. The next example would be of their tamari balls. Now, tamari balls are woven balls, but strangely enough, they all seem to contain these vortexes, which have been lost in the past from customs or wars, I don't know. But the people from the East seem to know a lot about making these fantastic shapes. You can go look up these Tamari balls. They're extremely interesting, but they're woven into world shapes with geometric patterns all over them, and I believe there is a connection. So this is what the Earth looks like. Those are its magnetic fields, but if we take that red line as whatever and just cut off every line there, you will see the fact that the Earth looks like this. So that is where I get that piece of information. If we cut them all off, this is what we are left with. And so moving on, we get this. So from the first picture with a lot of vortexes, I have said there's a universal voltage drop going on, and this is affecting electromagnetic fields. So eventually the Earth's magnetic fields may well look like the picture on the screen, and those convergence lines of those, let's just say 8 vortices, if it was Earth size, would be approximately, I don't know, 600 miles wide, maybe more, 1,000, let's call it 1,000 miles. That's 1,000 miles of electricity. That is exactly what happened to Mars, and that is exactly what's going to happen to the Earth. Convergence lines will meet, and just like the tree where you saw the buildup of clouds, or buildup of wood, sorry, in our atmosphere, there will be a massive buildup of clouds, and as it is all rolled together, because they'll be rotating like 2 wheels together, this will generate so much electricity. Well, that'll be the horror of it all, basically. So yeah, where the convergence lines are, and with a diminishing EM field, that is where revelation lightning is coming from. Now for the next few minutes we'll be going through a couple of strange things. Okay, these are prehistoric carved stones, and as you can see, they seem to be electromagnetic fields, because electromagnetic fields are round, and when you push them all together, this is the kind of thing you get. Everybody talks like people were stupid in the past, and I find that a massive fallacy, and believe that we have gotten more stupid as the years go by. This is also based on the EM field, which contains energy and information, again already proved with computers. Energy is information, information is energy. And then suddenly you see that we have prehistoric fossils, microscopic fossils, which look exactly the same. Reason for this being is that they're made by electromagnetic forces. So you have carved archaeological finds, and you have fossil archaeological finds, proving that electromagnetic fields cover everything. Next we have diatom mud, again showing the field bands and the connecting energy rungs. And then after this we have something that's just even more perfect. This is a diatom of algae, and as you can see, it has a figure 8 component, which is how energy spins in its spiral as it's coming up. Again, this proves that DNA is coded to the pattern of energy, and as we can see from this, we've got a figure 8, plus we have extending energy rungs moving out to the edges perpendicular to the original flow of travel. This is like tornadoes on the sun, which I've explained, filaments on the sun, DNA ribs, DNA energy rungs. This is how energy passes. And then finally I have this, it even says best picture of the day. These are diatoms that not only are they diatoms, but they are also turned into a spiral, because energy is fractal. So it will make a diatom, then it will make a coil, then it will make another diatom from the coil, then it will make another coil, then it will make another diatom from the coil. So it doesn't matter what's happening, it's always happening everywhere. And as you can see, spicules of energy going perpendicular to the flow, looking like hairs. This is how they grow, and those hairs look exactly the same as that coil. And then finally we've got a few pieces of diatoms here, single-celled algae species, and as you can see, triangles, circles, triangles, circles, triangles, circles, because that's how energy passes when electromagnetic bubbles push against each other. They can make any shape. Till finally you get to the sun, which again comes back to being a diatom. I mean, you can literally see every single circle and hole in the sun. And we'll just finish off with Jeremiah 4:23 to show you what's going to happen when this lightning arrives. 23. I saw the land, and look, it was empty and waste, and into the heavens, and their light was no more. As I've said, there's going to be a voltage drop and the stars are going out. 24. I saw the mountains, and look, they were rocking, and the hills themselves all given a shaking. And I saw and look, and there was not an earthling man and a flying creature of the heavens. They had all fled. I saw and look, the orchard itself was a wilderness, and the very cities had all been torn down. It was because of God, because of his burning anger. This is what the Father has said. A desolate waste is what the whole land will become. And shall I not carry out a sheer extermination? On this account the land will mourn, and the heavens above will certainly become dark. It is because I have spoken, I have considered, I have not felt regret, nor shall I turn back from it. Because of the sound of the horsemen and bow shooters, the entire city is running away. They have entered into the thickets and into the rocks. They have gone up. Every city is left, and there is no man dwelling in them. So there you go. Destruction. It's coming, and I've just explained why. Thank you very much. My name is Lee, and I'm a Christian.